But yeah, I just wouldn't pick up many of these. I'd rather get standard releases. They've got Barry Lyndon Steelbook limited edition on 4K. I'll be covering 4Ks in this video, guys. Maybe have a look at some Blu-rays. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I went for the standard release because as nice as that Steelbook is, it's just not, you know, absolutely amazing to me. Good sort of old schooly like artwork look, but Mask's still available. They got Blade Steelbook, $24.99. That's on 2 for $40. We'll maybe look at the 2 for $40 in a sec. Outlander, I'm just going to check I'm still recording. Yeah. Terrify the Bloody Duo, get 10% off that. So still a few like good like Black Friday sales knocking about and things. Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2 on the 2 for $30. Sunset Boulevard 4K Ultra HD 75th Anniversary Collector's Edition. Forrest Gump in the 2 for $40. Arrow will be doing their Christmas sale soon. I don't know if it's quite started yet. I know they did some Black Friday deals on their arrowfilms.com website. Enter the Dragon Steelbook on the 2 for $40. I'll look at the pre-orders on Zavvi, and then we'll get to what I think are some of the most, another Back to the Future Steelbook set. You know, pretty good films, like, you know, quite, I know they have a large following, not exactly like favourites of mine, Back to the Future, but they're good solid movies, like fun family films, and it does have a big following, but they're always releasing some form of Steelbook set of these, but I suppose it's because they do sell and people will rebuy it and whatnot. Point Break on the 2 for $30. The Monkey, that was a good film from earlier this year. I did enjoy that one. Quite bloodthirsty, and it was quite a good story as well. I thought The Monkey was good. I didn't pick up the 4K, but I got the Blu-ray of it. That's $34.99. That's an expensive Steelbook. It's a nice one, as you can see, but gosh, it's expensive. So yeah, pretty lot of stuff I've seen. You know, seen on sale over the weekend. Let's have a look at some pre-orders. So Arrow did their announcements on Friday as well for I think it was February, so like January, a little bit lackluster. They've got some interesting ones in there. Arrow did with like the Westworld 4K set, which I may pick up. I do have a sealed Blu-ray though, so I might as well probably like sort of vet the film prior to maybe upgrading, watch it on Blu-ray. If I really think it's worth upgrading, I will. I'm sure it's a good movie. It's just the Untouchables Zavvi exclusive collector's edition set. That's an just the, so these are like different ones. You've got a Untouchables Zavvi exclusive deluxe edition and the collector's edition. Let's have a look at the deluxe because that is pricey. Very nice. Good film, The Untouchables. Good mobster film. Where's it set? Like Chicago or somewhere. It's not one I'd pay £100 for in a big set. But this set is beautiful though. Look at that cool box. And the spine looks awesome with that black font saying The Untouchables and then your Paramount logo. Made to look like some sort of locker or something. Really cool. That's what you get in the set. I'll try and zoom in a bit. So as you can see, pretty, a lot of stuff. Lot of supplements, and I do like these sets for someone who's a big fan of the film. I think that's who they're kind of aimed at. I like the Untouchables, but I would not spend $100 on it, and I don't need all those physical supplements for that film just because it's not one of my favourites. I think it's good film, if not great. You've got the collector's edition. I think this one's a little bit slimmed down. Yeah, so really nice again though. They've got a kind of different box for it there by the looks of it. Less art cards, so you know you're paying. This one is 60, so for £40 less. The box isn't quite as nice as you can see there. That's the box for the £100 one, but for another £40, just a better box and more art cards and a bit of some extra information booklets. It's a lot. Untouchable Steelbook for $29.99. That's quite cool in some sort of old school like looks like a kind of blueprint style like graph for the background behind the characters, but this one's out in December 2026 it's saying, so that's just a placeholder date. It will be out at some point next year. Dogma 4K Ultra, never seen this movie. Is it like a Kevin Smith film or something? I think it is. Yeah, I like Tusk that he did. You got Ben Affleck in there, Matt Damon, Salma Hayek, among others, Chris Rock. Yeah, I like the cover. Similar to what Umbrella did, isn't it? They did an edition. I've never seen the film before. I think it's like a late 90s one, isn't it? This one's out on the 2nd of February. Love that artwork, though, with the depiction of Jesus. That's super cool. 25th anniversary. It's a film I'd look at because I've never seen it, but I don't think I'll be paying like, you know, top money for it. But nice looking edition nonetheless. We'll look at the Arrow stuff when I'm on Arrow. Obviously, there's the Westworld edition for February. Swamp Thing 4K Ultra. This is meant to be a December pre-order, so I'm kind of like just I'm kind of going through other stuff. I have picked out what I think are the most interesting sort of horror releases for December, so I will get to that in a sec. What time are we on? 5 minutes. Yeah, so a lot of stuff coming out. Fade to Black on 4K. It looks like the Slasher Classics collection are doing, from 88 films, are doing 4Ks now, starting in February with Fade to Black. I have a really good Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray from a few years ago with the awesome slip. I think I'll stick with that. I like Fade to Black. It's a fun kind of strange like little movie about this guy basically who starts channeling his inner monster when he reenacts scenes from his favourite horror films dressed up as the characters as he slays people. But it's not one I need to upgrade. I don't get every Slasher Classics thing because I have a lot of the films from other labels and stuff when I, you know, from imports. But it's good to see that they're doing Slasher Classics in 4K because it'd be great to get something like Just Before Dawn in 4K. That's one I would upgrade. I have the Code Red Blu-ray. Strip to Kill I'm going to get. That's coming out on the Slasher Classics collection line. On Blu-ray, I think that's a February title. That's $16.99. I've wanted to pick that one up for a while, but it goes for quite a lot of money from the other labels, other editions of it that are sort of out of print, but that's Strip to Kill anyway. Barbella getting a 4K Ultra HD Collector's Edition on the 8th of December. I have the Arrow 4K, but this looks like an okay set. I think Arrow did one for the Region A market. I got the standard 4K for the Region A market. I thought that was a nicer set than what we're getting, a bit similar to what they've done with the Warriors. Like, this is very nice, but the artwork for the Arrow set was kind of done in a more cartoonish style, and I thought it was a lot nicer. But it's cool to see that film getting a 4K. Perfect Blue getting a 4K. I have a standard Blu-ray of this. This looks lovely though. $66.99. That's out on the 8th of December. So we are getting into some December ones now. That is a beautiful looking set, but I'm not paying $66 for a film I haven't seen. I have the Blu-ray sealed in my collection. It looks good. I'm going to get around to watching it. I won't be getting this, but for a fan of the film and a collector, it's a very nice looking set. But with it being anime, they know they'll get those collectors in, so the price is a bit steep. If that was some other movie, they would do that for around £40 to £45. With it being an anime film, they've gone, yeah, $66.99, because anime has a huge following and fan base, and they know some collectors and fans of the said film will pay it. We'll look at Ninja Turtles shortly on the Arrow site because that's a big December release. Anaconda 4K Ultra Steelbook. That one's out on the 8th of December. So there is some interesting stuff coming out ready for Christmas. They like to try and hit your wallet hard. Still, can't blame them really. Gotta make your money when you can, I guess, or whatever. Serve these companies. Yeah, nice looking Steelbook. Who's putting this out? I know 88 Films have an Anaconda Blu-ray. I don't have it. They did that cool set as well. Which I did buy once, but I kept it sealed and ended up selling it. I don't know why. I wish I'd have kept it now. That was lovely. Yeah, I've never seen it, I don't think, Anaconda. I reckon it's one I've never seen. I like films like Lake Placid, like similar creature feature style movies, but like don't think I've ever seen Anaconda. It's a 90s one, isn't it? Fear in the Night Collector's Edition, 9th of February. I'm not going to focus on other months too much, guys. We will have them in here, but I'm trying to look at stuff that's Sure Scope Volume 4 on the 8th of December, which actually is next Monday, so in a week's time. Another big Sure Scope edition. I've seen some of their sort of like horror tied in through genre movies, and they're okay, some Sure Scope stuff, but it's not something I would go out my way to purchase and spend big money on. But they are beautiful sets that Arrow do, and they're already on Volume 4, so for fans of those films, superb. $119.99 on Zavvi. Shine a little flick. Picture of a Nymph. Is that another? Oh, that's 88 Films. I think that one will be out next year. Yep, February. Devil Times 5, that's a good one. I have the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, which had much better artwork. They've gone for the old school style art on this one, and it's a very good film actually, Devil Times 5, and it is quite suited for this time of year with the winter aesthetic, and it's set in the snowy location. However, I don't like the cover they've done here. This one's out January 26. I'm glad it's getting a UK release and it's on the Slasher Classics line. That's awesome. That has appeal, and a lot of people will like the cover. I'm talking about the cover. The film's very good, but like I don't know, it just looks like some cheap VHS artwork to me, which it is, which people will like for the nostalgic value, and I get that. But the cover Vinegar Syndrome did, the newly commissioned art was so much nicer, and that's what I have, so I have no need to buy that. I think my VS edition was region free as well. Werewolf Woman, February 23rd next year. We'll get around to some of the. We'll look at some of these other ones coming out next year. I might do a big screen record video in the new year, just talking about what's being released. You know, what we already know is that's coming. House of Laughing Windows 4K, December 29th. I will get this. I think this is Shameless doing that. Arrow have just released it for the Region A USA market on 4K. I'll pick up the Shameless one. I would rather have the Arrow edition, even the US one, but if this one's about, if that cost me, you know, this one will probably be like £10-20 cheaper to get the Shameless, and I don't mind Shameless. I've got a few Shameless editions. They put some good stuff out. I've not seen any of their 4Ks of us, you know, since I've started doing them, but I have a few Blu-rays like the Strange Vice of Mrs. Wardf, and All the Colours of the Dark, you know, like some Sergio Martino giallos and stuff. I did have Cemetery Man on Shameless, but I upgraded to the Severin set, which is gorgeous. Sorority Babes in the Slime Bowl-orama limited edition coming. I may pick this up because I love these full moon sets from 88 Films. It's only $16.99, limited edition. This is a 80s one, isn't it? I have the standard 88 Films Blu-ray, but I wouldn't mind this set because it does look lovely. Let's have a zoom. That's the cover. Very nice artwork. It's a very cheesy, like, low budget one. You even get the sequel. I didn't know that. That's cool. So I may actually have to get this. I've never seen the sequel, but I think it's a newer full moon movie, so it'll probably be rubbish. The original's fun. It's not a very good film, I don't think, but I do like these bad full moon movies because I'm a bit of a connoisseur of trashy movies. I can sit and enjoy a bad film for what it is, if it's got some sort of merit or something I can, you know, like about it. Some of them are just bad films and they're not even interesting. They're quite boring. But that one was all right. Sorority Babes in the Slime Bowl-orama. It's just I have the 88 Films Blu-ray, but I'm tempted to get that set because it's only like £17. I'll see. That's I think that's out on Monday, wasn't it? I didn't check, sorry guys. 22nd of December. So that's just before Christmas, that one. Yeah, there's some interesting bits on the horizon. I want this one too. This is the new David Cronenberg film. It was meant to be out in November, but they've obviously postponed it, unless the Blu-ray's already out. 8th of December, The Shrouds, 4K Ultra. I may have to go and pick that up. Oh, Guy Pearce is a part of the cast. Crawls right under your skin, says Empire Magazine. And that's the Shrouds, $24.99 4K, coming out next Monday on the 8th of December. New David Cronenberg movie. The last one he did was Crimes of the Future. I thought that was okay. The Second Sight put that out, didn't they? Yeah, I have the 4K. I thought it was alright. Not bad. Right, I think we're kind of good here. That looks interesting. The Medium is another Treasured Films one. It's a December release. Yeah, 29th of December. I might pick this up. I don't know what it is, but it looks very cool. The Medium from Treasured Films. That's $18.99. I might go and pre-order that. 29th of December. I'll see. So I've got some other windows open. I'll probably wrap this video up soon, guys, but I just want to but I can get rid of Zavvi. So for me, the big releases in December are these. These are what I've actually pre-ordered and already paid for. There's the Possession 4K, you know, making its debut in the UK on 4K. There was the Umbrella release. I did have that, but I sold it in anticipation for this lovely set. It's $54.99. It's a huge set from Second Sight Films. It looks absolutely stacked. That's everything you get. Big box, hardback book. Let's have a look at the specs. Obviously starring Isabel Adjani, Sam Neill from Jurassic Park. A woman starts exhibiting increasingly disturbing behaviour after asking her husband for a divorce. Suspicions of infidelity soon give way to something far more sinister. And special features, you got a new producer-approved 4K restoration presented in HDR with Dolby Vision, dual format 3-disc edition, so you got one ultra high definition disc and 2 Blu-rays, with the main feature on the Blu-ray as well as the 4K, and majority of the bonus features will be on Blu-ray. So that's interesting. North American re-edit, newly restored from an archive print. New audio commentaries, The Horror of Normality, Guillermo del Toro on Possession. He's just done his new Frankenstein movie on Netflix. I might check that out. It's a bit done to death, Frankenstein. Like, you know, it's a classic and I respect that, but I've seen so many adaptations, including that Robert De Niro one from the 90s. I'm just kind of burnt out from stuff that's been done an abundance of times. So we've got an abundance of Frankenstein adaptations, but I am intrigued by Guillermo del Toro one. Haven't read any reviews. I don't know if the film from Guillermo del Toro was received badly or received well, but I'm intrigued to see his style in Frankenstein. He can have some misses, that guy. He's got some good films in his catalogue, like Pan's Labyrinth, Crimson Peak's pretty good. There's other stuff. I've never watched The Devil's Backbone, so I need to get around to that. I do have the Blu-ray. So your limited edition contents, you've got rigid slipcase, original theatrical artwork, 220-page hardback book with new essays, 211-page original shooting script, that'll be interesting, and 6 collector's art cards. They do quite nice art cards, Second Sight. Not too bothered about them, but I like the pictures on them, they look cool. So that's Possession. That one is out on the 15th, from what I can remember. The Blu-ray, by the way, will be region B on that, but obviously the 4K is region 3, and that's what we've predominantly come for with these sets. That one is out, I'm sure it's the day before my birthday, because my birthday's on the 16th of December, so that is out on the 15th. Yeah, it says there. So I pre-ordered that, and they're also doing a Blu-ray edition with the new 4K transfer on, and a standard 4K for $24.99, which is £30 less than the big box. But I've gone for the big box. I did have the Umbrella slipcover one, but I thought upgrade. Reanimator, I've already pre-ordered and paid for. It's out on the same day as Possession. Great late 80s Stuart Gordon, H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. Cool film. Yeah, it's about these university students doing experiments. You got Jeffrey Combs in there playing Herbert West, is it? That's his name, isn't it? Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton, and Bruce Abbott. Really fun movie. The set looks great. I know Ignite Films did it in the US, and I wanted that edition, but they weren't shipping to the UK, and I can't have everything. And the sellers who were importing it to sell to buyers over here were asking for over 100, and I thought it was a bit steep. Well, I waited, and I'm getting this lovely edition, which is more than on par with the Ignite Films one. I do love the artwork on both of them. It's actually quite hard to select which one I do prefer, but I just thought, well, £40, I've waited, and then all I've got to pay is, well, not all I've got to pay, it's expensive enough, like, don't get me wrong, but £40 for this nice Second Sight hardbound edition is better than spending 100 to 120 on the American import, which looks like an amazing edition, like, don't get it twisted, but look at this, man. This looks phenomenal. Art cards look superb. It's got such good design, and like, creatures in it reanimated. Well, I say creatures, they're the reanimated dead. Like you got the university professor or whomever whose head is basically no longer dead. He's been reanimated, and that's the whole kind of premise of the film. And then you got your new 4K restoration approved by producer Brian Usner. He did Bride of Reanimated, didn't he? I think in the third one. UHD presented in HDR with Dolby Vision, 3-disc dual format, 1 ultra high definition disc, and 2 Blu-rays with the main feature and bonus feature on both discs. That must mean the Blu-ray with special features as the film on, and of course the 4K UHD disc includes the integral version in HD and a bunch of audio commentaries, which can be interesting. Don't really listen to them much myself. I get the information other ways, but they are can be a good time for throwing on an audio commentary. The Cosmic Horror of H.P. Lovecraft, a video essay by Mike Munsar, Reanimator at 40, tons of special features, interviews, all that stuff, deleted scene, theatrical trailer, TV spots still, and a gallery. Limited edition content, as far as physical supplements concerned, rigid slipcase with new artwork, 120-page book with new essays, and it is 6 collector's art cards. Certificate 18, region 3 4K. The Blu-ray discs in the set will be region B locked. Language English, subtitles English, and there's your audio specs. Yeah, so can't wait to get that one. They're both Possession and Reanimator, both out from Second Sight on the 15th of December. So a couple more to look at. I've also pre-ordered, so there's a few out on the 15th. I've also ordered the Teenage Ninja Turtles set. They're doing that on 4K as well as Blu-ray. There is a Blu-ray variant of both covers, but I've gone for the 4K. I do like these movies. The Turtles in Time, the third one, I've never been as keen on, but I think that's kind of a universal opinion. A lot of people do have that opinion where they really like the first two and then the third one. I remember these as kids. The first film's great. The second one, Secret of the Ooze, I believe it's called, was fun. I've not seen them for years. I do have the Blu-ray of the first film, but I've picked up the 4K set with the OG artwork on. You can get this set. That looks a bit like the animated series with this Arrow store exclusive artwork, but it's good nonetheless. It is kind of cool. I do like the look of it. But I've gone for the original artwork. You can get these on Blu-ray as well for just £5 cheaper. So if Blu-ray is your preferred format, they're doing the Arrow Store exclusive for £45, the set, and then they're doing the OG artwork for £45, £50 for the Arrow Store variant 4K set, and this is the one I'm picking up, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Trilogy Limited Edition 4K UHD. Looks awesome. Yeah, you got all this cool like original style artwork. Love that, like the original picture of them from the first movie's cover art with them popping out of the sewer, with the lid above them. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful set. At least you're getting 3 movies for £50. I already did some announcements for Feb as well. I think I said something about that earlier. I'll cover that in another video. So one more to go, and I won't be getting this, but I absolutely adore the film. I do love Silent Night Deadly Night, the first one. I don't like the sequel because the majority or main portion of the film is just flashbacks from the first film with the new story and new scenes for the second film intertwined for about 45 minutes, and then it does go into its own thing, but on its own, which gets better. But I'm not as keen anyway on that film. And then I watched some of the sequels, like the third and fourth one. I think I still have the Toy Maker one to watch out of the Vestron set, but this is beautiful from Imprint. I don't pick up a lot of Imprint. I don't think I even have an Imprint in the collection. I've had a couple before and sold them, but they do beautiful stuff, and this is no exception. This is a great looking set. For the slip box for the Amaray case inside the big slip box from Imprint, they even have the Scream Factory artwork, which is from their release years ago, which is a beautiful artwork for Silent Night Deadly Night. We'll just have a little look over this, guys, and then we'll call it a day on this video. So you get a lovely set. You got loads of art cards, loads of stuff. It's $219.95 Australian dollars, which will equate to quite a lot less in UK money, but in pounds, but in normal dollars, I think. But yeah, it's still a lot. It's still going to cost, I'd still imagine it's going to be like 100 or so in pounds. I haven't checked on the converter, but yeah, it's still expensive. I think we'll get a 4K release of these films, or the first one at least, in the UK. I know Scream Factory did it for the America last year for the USA region A market, but I did hear rumours that one was, although being a 4K, the Scream Factory apparently is region locked. Is that right for the 4K? Someone let me know in the comments, because I have considered picking that up, because I do want this film in 4K. But I think with the Scream Factory, there's a few people had concerns because they were saying it's a region locked 4K, and it's also just the theatrical cut. I want the extended uncut one. I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray collector's edition with the slipcover, so I'm more than happy to hold on to that. But when we get a good UK release of this, I think I'll upgrade. I don't think there's a zoom option for this one, guys, but it's a Silent Night Deadly Night parts 1 and 2. Part 1 obviously from 1984, 2 from 1987, the 4K UHD plus Blu-ray plus VHS. You even got your video cassette in there. Limited edition Imprint collection, number 511 to 512, as it's 2 movies, but you get a comic in there, loads of art cards, you got your like 4 discs. Cool looking set. I love that they've recycled the Screen Factory artwork for the box, because that artwork is just bloody phenomenal. Here's some of your specs. Number of 4K UHD discs, 1. Number of Blu-ray discs is 3. Number of VHS tapes is 1. So you got multiple formats in there. It's a cool set. I'd imagine getting, if they did a more slimmed down version of this without the video cassette and maybe part 2 and less art cards or something. I want the comic, of course, and some of the posters, but they could have probably done it a lot cheaper if they did that. But like, you know, great for big I'm a big collector. I shouldn't really say it. I am a big collector. It's just this is great for collectors who don't mind splashing out big money all the time. I won't be spending on this, I don't think. It looks fantastic. I'm very tempted to get the Tox box though, but Umbrella, that one's a bit cheaper than this, I think, from Umbrella, and it's about 100, the Tox box, isn't it? 150, but you are getting 5 movies. This is 2 movies, and I really don't like Silent Night Deadly Night Part 2. Love the first one, as I said. I adore it. It's a great Christmas horror film, probably my favourite. I actually probably prefer Silent Night Deadly Night to Black Christmas, which is just another bona fide horror classic for Christmas. But yeah, you got a lot of special features, I'd imagine. Here's a bunch of the specs. I'll be honest, guys, this video's gone on long enough. I don't know if I can be asked to go on much longer, but yeah, awesome set. That's probably the coolest looking release for December, in my opinion. As great as Reanimator and Possession from Second Sight are, and their ones I pre-ordered, but this Silent Night Deadly Night 4K set from Imprint Vision is a beast. It's a beast. It looks awesome. Anyway, there's my little look at the December releases. Thank you for joining me. Lots coming up on the channel. I'll be doing some like Christmas themed collection videos and lists over the next couple of weeks. It is my birthday week, just like over a week before Christmas, and then the big day itself, or what have you, Christmas. So I will be a bit busy over that period, but I will be putting videos out, plenty of content on the way. Stay tuned for that. So have a good one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.